We are the Gutsy Experience, and it's been a very, very wonderful experience. It's women empowering women from every sector.
So if you are a woman and you were not here today, make plans to attend the experience of 2024 because you can't afford to miss that one. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the Gutsy Woman Network for this event.
It's really an encouragement. Next year we go harder. They are not ready. Next year we go harder.
Okay, thank you. It's a pleasure to be standing here before you. My name is Odera Collins. I am your host for today, and it is so nice to meet so many beautiful women. Aside the queens in front of me, I'm shaking because these are my aunties. So I'm just like, let me know what I say the word I'll say now. They will call me for family meeting. So yes, it is an honor to be here standing in front of you to lead the conversation today. Welcome to the Gutsy Experience. I know we're all Gutsy women. So turn to your neighbor and tell your neighbor how beautiful she's looking, please. Because you people are looking so good. You people are looking so good. I told you a beauty. I told you a beauty. They say beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. I cannot behold this one, no. You are looking too good. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking our time to come today. Thank you so much, for registering for this event, for showing your support. So the idea of the Gutsy Women is for us to come together, for us to talk, for us to network. It is the fastest way to do it. What is mental health and how do we prioritize it, especially as women? So I'm going to be having Dr. Ubu Amaka Vienna Aneke, who is a senior registrar in the Department of Psychological Medicine, UNTH, Enugu. And she's very passionate about global mental health awareness. Please a round of applause for her as she comes to the stage.
Okay, so the World Health Organization defines mental health as a state of mental well-being that enables people to cope with, number one, the stresses of life, realize their abilities, learn well and work well, and contribute to their community. Now, it still goes on to say that mental health is a basic human right. It's a key component of health and well-being. And this is the part that it's very, very important to stress, that it is integral, crucial to personal, community, and socioeconomic development. It forms the foundation of everything when it comes to the way we make decisions, building relationships, shaping the world we live in. It's more than the absence of mental disorders, and this part is very important. Many people keep thinking that when anybody starts talking about their mental health, quote unquote, you're mad. Psychiatry, when people hear psychiatry, they say, hey, no, psychiatry, you're talking about the psychiatric disorder. But no, mental health is more than just talking about mental disorders. As long as you exist, we can talk about your mental health. And it is experienced differently from one person to the next. The thing that can make one person may not be the same thing that will make somebody else. Just like the thing that can break one person may not be the same thing that will break somebody else. There are multiple things that can affect your mental health, both positively and negatively. And it can be on an individual level, a social level, or a structural level. All right, so on an individual level, there are psychological factors, biological factors. Basically, this level is talking about what affects you as a person. And sometimes it could be anything from the genetic makeup, how you were made. Now, the same thing goes for resilience. One of the things I don't tell my patients when they complain to me about something, even though many people mean well when they say that, is, oh, but people have it worse. The reason that is a problem for many people is, you see that person that somehow was almost crumbled by that shop that burned down. But Papa Nkechi has lost all three of his children and he's still standing. The gene that calls for resilience is given differently. You don't know if that person has a short arm. You don't know if that's Papa Nkechi has long arm. And you're telling the person, but look at him now. He's had even worse things happen to him. I try to stay away from that because people suffer more when you tend to almost minimize or compare and tell them, you're not supposed to be feeling as bad as you're feeling. Why should you? Which is also one of the reasons mental health is thankfully gaining popularity, because people are now beginning to realize that I can cry out and complain about this thing and not be judged because somebody has it worse than me. Like I said, the gender female is used to describe a woman or a girl, and now we have heard it said that this is a man's world. And feminism thankfully has evolved. The truth is, there are so many aspects of life where when a man does something, it's seen somebody else, but the minute a daughter of Eve tries it, that's one of the things that stresses women's mental health. Because a lot of the time you have these things that you're trying to do, but men are telling you that they can, but you can't. Many mental health disorders and challenges have been linked to adverse childhood experiences. They don't even have to be things as extreme as sexual assault, unfortunately, which is a real fact. You have adults who are supposed to be responsible for taking care of kids, harming the kids that are supposed to be they're supposed to take care of. But sometimes it's in things like I said, raising their brothers differently than you're raising them. Postpartum psychosis is another postpartum thing that is rare, thankfully, but this one is where the woman, quote unquote, goes mad. They have women that after their pregnancies, there are some women who go through things like hallucinations, delusions, sleep problems. That's when they can be a threat to their baby, but not because they want to. They honestly, their brain basically detaches. So knowing about it can help, because if you see a woman who starts to behave irrationally after her this thing, she's not possessed, auntie. Please take her to the hospital. Usually we treat them for a short period of time, and when those hormones start to balance out, they get better. Depending on your specific needs, a clinical psychologist or a psychiatrist can help you out. We as women should normalize coming together and sharing our struggles with one another. Let's play to our strengths and not our weaknesses, and know when we need to take a break. There's no shame in asking for help, not at all. Remember that hurt people. If you're not taking care of your mental health, you're not going to be a good, you would struggle with being the best mother you can be. All of that, if you take care of your mental health, you're going to be giving the best to everyone. Be gutsy and let's get together and feel alright. Thank you so much.
Alright, good afternoon, everyone. I am super excited to be here. It's the Gutsy Woman Network, and I feel really privileged, and I'm sure it's the same feeling for everyone here. Our speakers are ready. The CEO, Candice Starr, an amazing woman. And then I want to talk about Niti's Touch, an amazing makeup artist. Sorry, I couldn't do my makeup today. Please, a round of applause for Senator Pamela. Gorgeous looking Senator Pamela, it's my honor to have you today. So I would like to start with you. Please, you're on the podium. God bless you.
So people want to do the whole fast approach and they want results fast. But they fail to realize that this whole process is a lifelong process, because as women, we meet different phases for each part of our lives. So you do the whole crash diet thing, you're looking so slim and snatched. You get married, you have children, babies come and scatter it. After baby 1, you work out and you're back to shape. Baby 2 comes and turns you to an elephant. Like these things, so you have to eventually realize that it's something you need to keep doing for as long as you live. Now, how many of us can keep up with that? Now, this is the issues that we face in the fitness field, because we just see people who just want it right away, and before you know it, the weight is back. Trust me, keeping weight off is one of the hardest things to do. Not even the losing weight is easy, but you see, maintaining, that's a whole different program on its own. Now, apart from the healthy eating, so we want to have balanced meals. So we do not want to have a lot of carbohydrates, or just having salads, or just having a particular, or doing very unhealthy diet programs to really lose weight, especially when you're doing it long term. So a lot of people might want to do juices and detox, beautiful, but try also to incorporate other meals, because your body eventually needs them. As I said, this takes time, and you're going to get the results if you're consistent. Keyword, consistent over time. Now, another thing we want to talk about is the exercising. Now, trust me, a lot of people do not like to exercise. So they just want to lose weight, but when you mention exercise, they're like really lazy about it. But this is one of the things that make you healthy as an everyday woman. So you want to ask yourself, how many times do I exercise in a week? 3 to 4 times a week, or 6 times a week? I personally exercise every day except Sundays. And there are some days I wake up and I do not feel like working out. I just chill, because of course I'm human. So exercise is very important, but I realize that most women are more focused on, they want to lose tummy fat, so they just keep doing sit-ups and sit-ups. Now let me tell you something. If you do sit-ups from January 1st to December 31st, you are not going to have a flat tummy. You would not have a flat tummy. So the whole thing is all about incorporating all the exercises and making sure you strike a balance between all of them. And most importantly, your diet. If your diet is trash, no amount of exercise will work for you. The only thing exercise will do for you practically is to keep you fit, which is practically a good thing. But then if you want weight loss, you must have 80% of your feeding under strict control and portioning, and then 20% of your exercise. Now let's talk about stretches. A lot of people we see do yoga and we feel like they're wasting their time. How would I just sit and meditate and stretch? But these things have been seen to help an everyday woman ease off stress and tension of daily living. Now, coming to the medical part. Now, this part is very broad because one, let's talk about blood pressure. If I were to ask how many women checked their blood pressure this week, you realize that we are just two people, or even out of a crowd of 100. So if you ask somebody what is your blood pressure reading today or in the past 3 days, the person has no idea. But we've seen younger women have stroke in the hospital. When you say somebody has stroke, people be like, hey, I'm not old now, why is my blood pressure going? I've had people come to me with such complaints. But these things are not age restrictive. So these things can happen to anyone. So your blood pressure check is very important. If you cannot go to the pharmacy, pharmacists do it for free, but if you cannot go to a pharmacy, it's very important you own a kit at home. You can check at leisure, check on Saturday mornings, or check every other day that you decide to check, just to know what it is. Another thing is your sugar level. These things have been made easy. There are kits now that make it easy for people to check these things so that you avoid had I known and you start running all through the whole process of treatment. Another thing is the routine breast exam. In the hospitals, we have a lot of women coming down with breast cancer that they could have picked at a very early stage, maybe stage 1 of the cancer or stage 2. Just those times when you notice, oh, my breast is not looking the same. Oh, one is looking larger than the other. Oh, I'm noticing a discharge. Oh, it's not what it should be. Or my nipple is going inside. Now, these are the things every woman should check. So it's important that if you do not know how to do a breast examination, YouTube, I always tell people, anything you want to find is online. Do not underestimate the power of the internet. Like, there is practically nothing I think I want to find out. I just go and type it. As lame as it sounds, somebody has put up a video somewhere about it.
Skincare is a general skin routine that we all do to enhance our skin appearance. Now, what do we mean by this? What's your skin routine? Some of you will tell me, oh, I just use a body cream and I just use that on my products. I just use this. I just use a whitening cream and all that. So I am here to educate you about your skin routine, basically. Some of us have a very wrong skincare routine where you see someone using a lightening body cream for almost 2 years. This person does not have a moisturizer. She'll tell you, I'm using one organic cream. It's a whitening cream for both my face and body. And this body is getting red, is getting thin out, you're seeing green veins, and you continue using this product. Now, most of us don't really know about consultations. People just go under the counter and get products, or their friends will tell you, oh, I'm using this thing, it's good on my skin. Now, do you know if the skin type is the same as your friend? That's one thing I really want to talk about that I see a lot in clients, I see a lot in ladies. Ladies really like to emulate because their friend is using this product. They feel, oh, this product will also work for my skin condition. Maybe you have an acne skin and this person has a dry skin condition, and you see a dry skin person using a lightening cream without any moisturizing cream for a very long time. So these are very wrong reasons I would want to correct you about. So having your moisturizing body cream is a good thing. So what is a moisturizing body cream? I'm going to be calling some brands like Nivea. Where you see Nivea now, they have Nivea Natural Cream. You see Nivea Moisturizer. You see Nivea Natural Fair. What's the difference? These brands have difference because of your skin condition and your skin type. So the question is, how do you know your skin type? How do you even know the product you're supposed to use? That's why you need to go to a proper store to get a good product, and they can actually explain this for you. So stop using products your friend is using because you think it's the right thing to do. So that aside, so we're also going to talk about confidence of skin color. I noticed that a lot of ladies think if you're very fair, you're beautiful. If you're black, you're intimidated, you feel depressed, you feel, please, I want to take off that impression from you. You are beautiful the way you are. Every lady has their beauty. That's what you don't know about your skin color. So I had a consultation with a lady. She was really depressed. She's this lady that has a black spots all over her body. It's actually a skin condition that cannot really go off. So I was like, you have to be confident. First of all, confidence is the main thing. Love your skin. Love your skin. Stop moving around with people that has this pride. They'll tell you, your skin is this. Just avoid such pairs. Avoid such partners. Then another thing I want to talk about is your partner. I noticed that some people marry or date who don't love their confidence. So I think before they go into a relationship, make sure this man loves your body. Make sure this man loves you. He should be ready to accept stretch marks. You shouldn't have a child now and your husband is pressuring you to change this thing immediately. So these are one of the things I noticed that makes women go depressed. Their partners, their friend, peer pressure. The man will say he wants a fair lady. There was one that came in. He was like, "Madam, can my wife be fair? I want her to be fair." I said, "Oga, how? She's not a fair lady." Okay. My point is, she met her dark. Then I'm not like, why did you accept to be fair? Why can't you say, "Baby, if you don't love me, let's leave it"? Because these are some of the things I want to really tackle. Most ladies don't have self-confidence. They are scared that, oh, the man will not love me the way I am. It's reflecting to skincare. Yes, it's affecting us. So first of all, work on yourself. Work on yourself. Carry yourself in a way that your partner will understand. You are having a relationship with a young boy now, as a young lady, and he's telling you, "Baby, you have serious pimples." Pimples is natural. These things they are hormonal things that can happen to you anytime and any day. And you ladies that go to advice ladies, please stop it. Don't tell me I'm fat. Don't tell me, "Oh, you are a therapist, you're having pimples." It's normal. I'm human. Please. So if someone is coming to meet you and say, "Oh, please, why are you having acne?" Show the person and be like, "Please, I'm stressed up." A lady travels, you see a lady cook, she does this, she comes out. Sometimes they don't even have time for skincare. But that does not mean they will take care of themselves. But what I'm trying to say in essence, don't let anybody pressure you. That's the first thing first. Don't let anybody make you feel depressed. Don't make you feel beautiful. Be beautiful at your own space. Then you're making friends. You're making friends with people that are already done their surgeries. And you now start looking at, so why do you go and go with such people knowing you don't have the money to go for the surgery yet? So, no, I'm saying I just have to pick out things that really happened. So ladies really learn this, that you don't have to be pressured by anybody. Then for your face towels are really nice. But face is the most exposed part of the body. You have to clean. You say, "Oh, my face is not dirty." And some of you just wash your face. 2 seconds, you're done. 1 minute is fine. 1 minute is fine. Mostly for you that wear makeup, take your time, massage the soap, just massage, and you don't have to use sponge on your face. Please, please. For those of you using sponge, you're scrubbing acne away, you are imitating it. We're also going to talk about how to, comport yourself when you're out there. Now, you don't have to look intimidated when you see a lady that have a beautiful skin or something. Most ladies feel intimidated and get angry. Now, you can also ask questions like, how do you do this? Learn to communicate with ladies. That was what I would really advise.
All right, thank you very much. I think you've actually clarified me on the questions I have here.
So I'm going to be talking about makeup, but not just makeup. I'm going to be talking about appearance in general. But first of all, before we say anything about makeup, I get this question a lot when I go to work, because I also work as well. I'm a civil servant. So when I go to work and people see me, the first thing is, "You're here by 8 a.m. How did you get here fully made up? Like, how? Like, how did you manage to do makeup and still, make it to work on time?" You cannot be doing makeup and getting it wrong at home, right? You want to do makeup, make sure there is soup in the fridge. Make sure there is stew in the fridge. Make sure your kids look good, right? If you're a mom or you're a woman and you come into a place and you look presentable and your kids don't look good, people will be looking at, she's doing makeup. In fact, it was the makeup that she was doing that made it such that she couldn't get her kids ready. Do you understand? So I'm going to be sharing with you 5 tips I use to make sure that I look good, but still make sure that every other thing is working at home, right? So I call this abbreviation SWAPs. And SWAP stands for Set a Limit for Device Usage. You see our phones? Our phones could be the death of us. If you can just drop your phone, you will realize that you're going to achieve so much more if you can just keep the device down. Now, the second part is waking up early. Waking up early is very important. My mom told me that if you wake up early, you're like someone that is just dragging your day along. Just imagine taking a walk with your puppy. So if you're going to wake up at a certain time, you also need to make sure you sleep at a certain time, because sleep is important. There's a reason why it's called beauty sleep. So if you don't get that sleep, you won't look beautiful. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. The third part is accepting assistance where necessary. You know, a lot of us, there's a friend of mine, the husband said that he doesn't want her to have nannies in the house. Can you imagine that he wants her to just do everything? Now most of these nannies are witches. This one, that one. You accept assistance, you know. I don't understand why. He may have his reasons for not wanting her to have a nanny. You could have someone that comes and goes, just assisting with the work. So now we talk about planning and organization. You know, there's a reason why we plan. You know, the people say failing to plan is planning to fail, right? So we try to make sure we plan our activities to fit the 24 hours God has given us in a day. See, 24 hours, you people say, this 24 hours is never enough. If you plan very well, 24 hours could really be enough. So just imagine, okay, you decided, I'm going to cook today. I want to go to the market and buy a goat. And when I get back, I will kill that goat. And then I'll roast the goat and cut it into different pieces. And then pack some in the fridge. And then the parts I use and cook, I will now make 3 soups, 3 stews, and pepper soup. And when I'm done, I will carry it and take some to my mother-in-law and take some to my mother. Can you do that in 24 hours? Can you? It's not possible. So you need to plan, and you set realistic goals, right? If possible, write down these things you want to do the day before. Get an organizer. You can even download some. There are apps that, apps on the App Store that you can download to organize your life. Just set out things you want to do. If possible, try planning the day before the next day, so that you can have, set out the things you want to achieve the next day. You have them already listed out, and then you can now start planning your day from there. On the aspects of makeup, think of your face as a canvas, right? And the makeup as paint. If the canvas isn't smooth, it isn't going to sit well. Like in my profession, some people tell me, I have pimples, pack foundation. Foundation isn't going to hide your pimples. I'm so sorry. It's only going to make them look bigger, right? So take care of your skin. If you take good care of your skin and you have a smooth canvas onto which you can apply this makeup, I promise you the makeup will look beautiful.
I wish we have a lot of time. These women are really educating us and making us feel a lot better and learning so much. A round of applause for our speakers. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. You are gainfully employed at Nova as a customer relations professional. And at the same time, you run one of the best hair salons in the States. So we wonder, how are you able to track the balance?
This is one of the most frequent questions that I get a lot, because if you have ever run a salon is a full-time job. I'm also employed fully, so it's a lot of time management. If you do not understand how to manage your 24 hours, you will be shocked that 24 hours will come and disappear like 24 minutes. If you want to move to the next level, it's not like bank that if you have worked for 10 years, they will move you to branch head or branch manager. No. In the telecoms, it doesn't work like that. You have to own your onions. Before I became a manager, I had to go through series of interviews. Nobody's going to hand this over to you because you've spent 10 years in a particular department. So I also know that because I'm in a performance-driven environment, I needed to find a way to strike a balance in my time management. Secondly, I had to learn by myself to learn how to delegate and delegate with authority. You know how you tell Chiaku now, go and do that. You also want to manage Chiaku. Are you doing it right? Do you understand? So I was able to learn that if I had given her the task to do this, I'm also going to give her an authority to do that, think on her feet and take certain decisions. It was a hard decision, but I had to do it.
I've always been an event planner. I saw somebody post that if there's an event and Tina is not planning it, it's not holding. Everything that you have done builds up to that place. So, what are your natural instincts? My natural instinct is to identify gaps and fill it. But you must understand your assignment. That thing that holds you, that grounds you, so you're a potted plant. These are your principles, so that no matter where you move, no matter how the plant follows the sun and rotates, your principles are your principles. Find solutions. That's why I'm good at what I do, because I'm able to see
an event, I'm able to put it together and deliver.
I remember passing the course and I was like, bye. Bye.
That's not nice.
So see you, but then what happened next? That was the issue. Okay, Nana, you dropped it. What's next? And I think it was just a lot of trying. I was never idle. You cannot find me idle. So I feel like when it finally got to the time when I had to transition, again, God gave me a word. And he said, project management. And at that point, I was like, what's project management? I remember I started my master's and it was just a little topic in one of the courses I took. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to take a Google certification course on this. And I started taking it. So I remember my friend sending me, she randomly sends me, because I've been talking about project management. So she sends me, okay, hey, look at this organization that I can learn more about project management. And that was where I signed up to their newsletter. Guess what? 3 days later, you're looking for a project manager, blah, 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 blah. Please apply. So they were sending this to their subscribers. I said, okay, I'm going to apply. And of course, me being the extra person, after sending my portfolio, sending my CV, I sent an additional email that this is who I am. I want to do this, blah, 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 blah. I get a call and I get interviewed and I landed that job on the same, not the day I sent the email, but the day I got, I was scheduled for my interview. I landed that job that day, and that's when I knew that this was God. Because this is a company that is not in Nigeria, so it was God that sorted this one out, because he needed me to get ready through all the things I was doing to finally get to that point. Oh yeah, Nana, move.
Hallelujah, somebody. And I get those questions a lot of times. So how do you fit in? This is not a woman's world, it's a man's world. And I said to them, it's not a place of whether it's a man or a woman. It's about understanding why you're called and what it is the assignment is. And the moment you have that clear understanding, it doesn't matter even if you're in a fashion industry. If you don't understand why you're called and the purpose for which you are there, it truly will not fit. You will not fit in, and it will not come out well. And you will not find peace with it. There's one thing about coming out there, going out there and working, but finding peace, absolute peace with that which you do and enjoying what you do despite the storms, because the storms always come. And then because you have found peace with what you do and because it's your place of purpose, despite what happens, you will still come out because you know the reason why you're there. Put yourself in the shoes of a person and say, if a person comes to me and has the mindset of taking out or growing, who would you rather deal with? The person of growth. You will connect with the person of growth. You'll be vulnerable with the person of growth. You will be able to share with the person of growth. You'll be able to trust the person of growth because something says to you that this person has my interest at heart, and therefore I'm open to share and open to allow space within this circle so that we can hold hands together and build this together. As I see this.
Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. I'm just so happy. Right from talking about this project to executing it, we've had women support us. I started asking myself, who said women don't support each other? Where are they? Because you want to meet other amazing women and you also want to network with them. Thank you so much. Thank you from the depth of my heart, because it's really an encouragement. Next year we go harder. They are not ready. Next year we go harder.
Hi, we are the Gutsy Experience, and it's been a very, very wonderful experience. It's women empowering women from every sector. We have learned a lot, and I can't wait to implement what I've learned. You can hear the energy around me. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. Everyone is exchanging numbers. Everybody's learning one or two. And yes, we're all growing our networks.
It was interactive. It was such a life-changing experience. I've never had this kind of experience before. I got to see friends collaborate. From the first speaker to the last speaker, I was blown away.
The participants were just amazing as well.
And it was back-to-back. Hundreds of women in Enugu in one place. Everything was amazing. I did have so much fun.
And I'm hoping that next year when we come back, we'll have positive feedback.
We've learned, we've loved, we've laughed, we've expanded, and we've learned a lot. Yeah, so keep an ear out and you might just be here next day.